Hi, I am Cindy Chan Phillips, registered dietitian, director of nutrition education for the nonprofit New York Beef Council. I'd like to give you a very brief highlight of a new research recently published in the Obesity Science and Practice. The Beef WISEstudy stands for Weight Improvement, Satisfaction, and Energy. As you all know, obesity is one of America's greatest public health concerns. More than a third of American adults are obese, which places these individuals at higher risk for diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and many other chronic diseases. In recent years, higher protein diets have become popular for those trying to lose weight, and growing research has demonstrated that higher protein diets may increase feelings of fullness and decrease hunger that are common during weight loss. Higher protein diets might also help people lose more fat and preserve muscle mass during weight loss, especially when combined with physical activity. Some studies have also shown that high protein diets improve certain risk factors for heart disease, including cholesterol, blood pressure, more than lower protein diets. Red meat, including beef, pork, lamb, mutton, and veal, is a popular component of American diets, and beef is the most often eaten red meat. However, many people have heard that they're wondering whether they need to limit red meat when they are pursuing a higher protein diet. And some observational studies have found that higher rates of red meat consumption are related to higher risk for heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. But findings from intervention studies usually find no harmful impact of lean red meat consumption on risk factors for heart disease, such as cholesterol and blood pressure. So the exclusion of red meat, beef in particular, makes it more difficult to follow in a high-protein diet in the long term. The State of Slim program is founded at the University of Colorado Anschutz Health and Wellness Center by researcher Dr. James Hill and medical Dr. Holly Wyatt. It was hypothesized in this study that if you look at a diet with red meat and a high-protein diet without red meat, that both approaches would result in similar weight loss, fat loss, and improvements in risk factors for heart disease. So the program is commercially known as State of Slim. As you know, body composition measurements very often we look at the fat mass and lean muscle mass, and so these are the measurements measured in this study. The heart disease risk factors measured in the study included total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, HDL cholesterol, triglycerides, glucose, and hemoglobin A1C, and blood pressure. 99 overweight or obese adults are randomly assigned to either a beef group or a no red meat group. And physical activity is a component of this lifestyle modification program. So the 99 overweight or obese adults were followed they followed the 16-week State of Slim weight management program. In the beef group, the typical servings were average 5 servings per week in the beef group, and they were instructed, the participants in that group were instructed to consume at least 4 servings per week of lean beef. The participants follow higher protein, low-fat diet with emphasis on non-starchy vegetables and whole grain carbohydrates, and all protein foods have to be lean and minimally processed, such as lean meat, poultry, fish, egg whites, and fat-free dairy. So there are only 5 diet rules. Participants are encouraged to eat 6 times per day. and then they have to have breakfast within 1 hour of waking, and do not count calories, but however follow portion control. Have the right carbohydrate and protein mix at every meal, 1 carb and 1 protein at every meal, and vegetables as the only carbohydrate source at 3 meals. Eat a healthy fat twice a day. So these are the results. The black line represents the 0 line. So any findings below the black line would be reduction. So you can see there are 2 sets of bars. The first set of bars, the blue and the orange, represent the reduction in body weight, and the second set of bars represents the reduction in fat mass. Researchers found that both diets, the lean beef diet and the non-red meat diet, both led to beneficial changes in body weight in the amount of 8%, and we all are familiar that if we achieve 5% body weight reduction, we begin to see health benefits. But the body composition is very remarkable. Almost all of the body weight reduction came from loss of fat mass. The fat mass reduction was 95% of the total weight reduction. And there were no differences in the weight loss or fat mass between the 2 diet groups. As I said, nearly all of the weight loss during the study, 95%, to be precise, came from fat reduction. So definitely the body composition has improved. Now let's look at the other markers of cardiometabolic health. The black line represents 0, so bars below the black line represent reduction. Research found that both diets led to decrease of important risk factors for heart disease, including total and LDL cholesterol, triglycerides, and blood pressure. So there were no difference in heart disease risk factors when the 2 diets were directly compared. So conclusion of this study shows that as part of a healthy and higher protein diet, in combination with physical activity, lean beef can help people lose weight while maintaining lean muscle and supporting heart health. In summary, I'd like to recap the 3 key takeaways from the BeefWise study are: number 1, combined with exercise, lean beef is just as effective as other protein choices to improve weight loss, maintain lean muscle mass, and support a healthy heart. And second, the study showed that 90 to 95% of the weight loss came from fat, not muscle loss. And third, people can continue to enjoy lean beef as part of a healthy and higher protein weight loss diet. And I hope I have given you a very, very brief highlight of this BeefWise research. If you have any question that you would like to know more about this research, please send me an email at cphillips@nybeef.org.